Southington police are now calling a shooting that happened over the weekend a homicide. On Sunday, police discovered 41-year-old Michelle Barrett's body in her grandmother's backyard on Manor Road. Police say 41-year-old Robert DeSantis confessed to a family member that he is the one that killed Barrett. That family member then contacted police. DeSantis drove to the Naugatuck Police Department and then shot himself. He's in serious condition right now.
We're still investigating different aspects, of the events that led up to the shooting. I would say everything, as far as an arrest, it would depend on Mr. DeSantis' recovery or lack thereof.
Police say Barrett and DeSantis used to be in a relationship. DeSantis does not have any weapons registered to his name. Police are now investigating how he got the gun believed to be used in the homicide. Right now, we're going to Rachel LUTZKER in Studio 61 with more.
All right, Erica, knowing the warning signs of domestic abuse can be difficult, and it's important to reach out to resources. Joining us this morning to talk about that is the Executive Director of the Prudence Crandall Center, Barbara Damon. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
Unfortunately, this is a topic that we seem to talk about every now and again, and really, I guess one of the most important things is the warning signs and what to look for, because it's not always a physical situation.
Absolutely. And I think that there's a common misconception that if someone that you know doesn't have a black eye, that they're not experiencing domestic violence. And the reality is that everyone listening today probably knows someone who's experiencing domestic violence, and understanding that it happens to all kinds of people. It doesn't just happen to these people or those people, just in this neighborhood or that neighborhood. It happens all the way across the board, people from all walks of life. So it can indeed be happening to someone that you know, and you may not even realize it.
What are some of the warning signs or some of the characteristics of somebody that's maybe in a relationship like that?
Well, domestic violence is all about power and control. And so it's really a pattern of intimidating, coercive behavior that is designed to control the victim. And so you're looking for things like excessive jealousy, possessiveness, often isolating the victim from family and friends. There's often financial abuse involved, so they may not have access to family income. Their paycheck may go into a different account, and they don't have the resources that are available. So there are a number of things that you can look for as you're interacting with someone who is a friend or a family member or a coworker. If they are receiving texts excessively, if they are all of a sudden not able to go out with family or friends, they have that last-minute cancellation. Every time there's a family gathering, they're not able to come at the last minute, and there's some sort of an excuse. Those are the things that you need to be thinking about and thinking, gee, is there something more going on here? Is there something that I can do to help?
And it's obviously a very sensitive subject to approach somebody that you feel is in a relationship like this. And, it kind of seems like it's easier said than done. Oh, well, then just go seek help. But it's not really that simple.
It's never that simple. It's very complicated. There's often a long history of the relationship. People are raising children together. There are financial concerns. There are legal issues. There are all kinds of reasons why it's not easy to just walk away from an abusive relationship. And for all of those reasons, it's very complicated and not easy to just say, gee, here I am, let me offer you some help. Right. Because what can I do? How can I help you? So the important thing is to make sure that you reach out to folks and let them know that you're there for them, that you will listen, and try your best not to judge them, and that you can let them know that help is available. There's a 24-hour hotline in the state, and we like to have you think of that as a helpline more than a hotline, because you don't have to be in crisis to call. Anyone who is wondering, gee, I've got a coworker that I'm worried about, make that call to the hotline, get some information, get some resources. It's the gateway to services, so anyone who needs help and needs support, it's a first step. It's always confidential. The services are free of charge. The hotline's available 24 hours a day. So really encourage everyone to make that call and get the support and the help that they need.
And beyond that, just real quick, what other services does the Prudence Crandall Center offer?
Well, Prudence Crandall Center is one of 18 domestic violence programs in the state. So we all provide emergency shelter. We have help in court. So if you're going through the court process related to domestic violence, we have advocates who are there with you, as well as counseling services, so that even if you don't need a place to stay, but you still need counseling and support, you can come and receive those services. And it's so important that people understand that help is available, and one of the first things you learn when you begin to reach out for help is that you're not the only one, and it's not your fault.
Barbara, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right. And coming up next, we are learning new details into the disturbing discovery at a Springfield home last week where several bodies were found.